Hall County Sports is brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Check out the latest deals. And remember, when you go Green Ford. By Mountain View Auto Repair, a full-service shop for all of your automotive needs. Call Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair at 770-535-7278. And by McKelvey Road United Methodist Church. Visit us on McKelvey Road in Oakwood with 3 worship services every Sunday morning, Kids Town and adult small groups. McKelvey Road United Methodist Church is dedicated to transforming the world through the good news of Jesus Christ. And by Turner Wood & Smith, serving your insurance needs for over 100 years. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Hall County Sports Television. I'm your host, Gary Glenn, with your look at what's happening in and around the world of athletics in Hall County. We start things off this week with our football game of the week, which wound up being a rather lopsided affair, but it was close for a while, as a young North Hall squad eventually fell 42-6 to North Oconee. North Hall battled back to close to 21-6 at the half and battled the Titans to a scoreless third quarter before North Oconee pulled away with 3 fourth-quarter TDs. The only score for the homestanding Trojans was an 11-yard run by Bobby Mendenhall. Kyle Backus did have 111 yards for the Trojans, and despite the loss, first-year head coach Dave Bishop found some things to encourage him.
You know, Gary, the big thing that we're struggling with right now, again, is numbers. You know, we got small numbers, and most everybody we're playing's got one side of the ball. Our kids are having to play both sides of the ball, and it is getting to us in the second half right now. So, you know, but I'm proud of the kids. They played hard. They played as hard as they could, as long as they could. And, you know, got away from us really in that fourth quarter, especially late. You know, they got a few cheap ones. You know, I don't want to say cheap ones, but basically they got a few late in the game, and we'd been, you know, by that time we'd have been out of gas.
But again, defense. I mean, you got down there on that goal line stand and stripped the ball. And you got a real shot out of that, didn't you, for a little while? But again, maybe the fatigue factor.
Well, you know, you're right. And then there's also some other things. You know, we were moving the ball and we made a few mental mistakes. And right now, we're just not good enough to get away with making mental mistakes. And that cost us on a couple series when you get out there first down and you run. One guy's running one thing, the other guy's running another. It doesn't help that you're in a 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 10 situation, especially at this age. So.
You know, just as the layman looking from the sidelines, I thought you have made tremendous progress since the West Hall game. It seems that you're just improving in every phase of the game so far, and it's just going to take a while. And I hope folks realize how many starters you graduated.
Yeah, you know, when you graduate 21 out of 22, that's always tough. But I'm proud of the kids tonight. You know, this is, to me, is definitely a step forward on both sides of the ball. And as long as we'll continue progressing, you know, that's all I can ask of the kids.
Well, you got a long way to go. Still things to play for, as you say.
That's right. That's right. So, you know, after, you know, we got Beaufort next week, which is, everybody knows that's not going to be an easy game. And then we've got 4. And if we win out that, you know, we've got a good shot to be in the playoffs. So.
Well, there you go. You still got things on the table, don't you?
That's right. We've still got some goals and objectives that we can still meet. So.
And you're running some people in and out because maybe you're still kind of rehabbing some injuries, still kind of trying to find a rhythm a little bit.
We are. You know, right now when you have to play 2 quarterbacks, that makes it tough, and it's just kind of one of those things we got to deal with.
The Trojans, off to an 0-5 start for the first time since 2001, face unbeaten Beaufort next. The powerful Wolves thumped Chastity 54-7. The Lone War Eagles TD came on a 95-yard kickoff return by Marvin Rosario. Chastity is at Madison County next week. The Red Raiders lost to White County 34-27 last Friday. Well, speaking of red, but red elephants, Gainesville got a big Region 8-5A win over Salem 29-6. The defense was big in this one, forcing 6 turnovers, which led to 20 of the Gainesville points. Safety gave the Elephants a 2-0 lead. Todrick Turner tipped a Seminole pass to DeMichael Borders for a 70-yard touchdown, and then he returned a punt for 72 yards and 6 more points following a big hit by Jamel Dabney. Then Turner returned a pick of his own for 51 yards to the 9 to set up a Chandler-Staten 32-yard field goal, Staten's second of the night. Borders recovered a fumble to set up the only offensive 6-pointer of the night, a 16-yard scoring pass from Mikey Gonzalez to Michael Bird. Gonzalez would finish 20 of 28 for 171 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Gainesville will play at unbeaten Lanier for the top spot in the region this Friday. The Longhorns, who had last Friday off, are 5-0. Lakeview picked up their second straight victory after surviving a wild back-and-forth game, 29-27 affair over Hebron Christian. What a game for Tay Turner as he ran for 86 yards and 3 touchdowns and also picked off 2 passes on defense. He scored what proved to be the winning touchdown with 1:02 left to play. David Abbey passed for 251 yards for the Lions, including a 55-yard score to Tristan Rainier, and kept the chains moving with some nifty scrambles. Thaddeus Webb caught 6 of Abbey's passes for 106 yards. Jack Perkins had a key 24-yard field goal for the Lions, who play at George Walton Academy this Friday. The Bulldogs of George Walton 3-2, and they come in off a bye week. Well, it was a big win for East Hall as they withstood Dawson County 36-29, the Vikings' first 7 AAA win of the year. Viking quarterback Devin Watson had 3 TD tosses and 234 yards. He also scored from the 3 late in the 4th for the final Viking points of the night. Rex Pergerson, Kyrie Willis, and Jacquin Hopkins were the scoring receivers, while Jox Ash, who had 92 yards on the ground, scored from the 18, and Junior Lee nailed a 27-yard field goal. East Hall is at West Hall for our next game of the week. The Spartans had Friday off. They've lost only once this season to come in at 4-1 on the year. A couple of other games for you. Riverside played a strong game at Strong Rock Christian, but they lost 10-7 in overtime. Leading the Eagles in rushing were Brandon Grant with 48 yards and Malik Falk with 47. Tyreek Holmes had an interception for the defense. And Riverside will host Washington Wilkes this Friday. The Tigers are 3-2 after a 7-16 loss to Greene County last Friday. And Winder came into Flowery Branch, and they left the branch with a 24-7 win. The only Falcon touchdown came on a 40-yard Nick Lance to Cortez Davis pass after the Barrow Bulldogs' Joey Justice took the opening kickoff 98 yards for the 6 points for the opening score. The branch will host Clark Central next. The Gladiators had last week off. They'll come in at 2-3 this Friday. More Hall County Sports for you in just a moment. Gary Glenn back here on the set of Hall County Sports Television along with Pastor Rob Bruce, who is the pastor at McKelvey Road United Methodist Church. And Rob, in a new sermon series now.
That's right, Gary. We're starting this Sunday, 40 Days of Fruitful Living, which is about what it means to be a Christ follower and really the price we have to pay to do that. So we'd like to invite you to come on out and hear what we have to say between now and the end of November.
All right, Rob, sounds good. We'll see you in church on Sunday.
Thank you, Gary.
We're back. I'm Gary Glenn, and this is Hall County Sports, talking volleyball this segment. Lakeview Academy swept Walnut Grove and Winder. Bailey Tolles surpassed the 1,000 career assist mark on her way to having a 20 assists, 7 aces, and 9 digs night. Peaches Shipley also contributed 11 kills, 3 aces, 3 blocks, and 4 digs. Rachel Unger added 10 kills, 2 aces, 6 digs. Skylar Miller put in 18 digs and an ace. And last week's Team of the Week, the Lady Trojans continued to win as North Hall's Sydney Cleveland leading them with 17 kills, 5 digs, and a block, and wins against North Oconee in 3 sets and Chastity in straight sets. Autumn Tucker contributed 17 kills and a couple of digs for North Hall, and Lily Pascal racked up 35 assists and 2 kills. Tyler Bennett led Chastity with 15 digs, 13 assists, 12 kills, and an ace, and losses to North Hall and North Oconee that night. Grace Brown contributed 15 kills, 14 digs, and a block. Haley King tallied 16 assists, 11 digs, and an ace. While earlier in the week, Chastity had beaten Lakeview and lost to Rockdale County. Brown with 12 kills and 17 digs for the Lady War Eagles, who got 11 kills, 10 assists, and 21 digs from Bennett, with Gabby Castillo adding 5 aces and 12 digs, and Macy Gerard pitching in 4 kills and 18 digs. The Lady Eagles had gone 3-1 in the Hall County tournament, unbeaten in pool play before losing to runner-up Lakeview. Well, for Gainesville, Sydney King had 15 digs, 3 service points, and an ace as the Lady Red Elephants defeated Lanier and Clark Central. GHS's Morgan Frazier and Bessie Winston combined for 10 kills, and Sally Callahan had 8 service points in the 3-set win over Lanier. Callahan then hit 10 service points with 6 digs, and Abby Alexander added 3 aces, 11 service points, and 2 blocks in the win over Clark Central. Back to North Hall, they took out Gainesville in straight sets. Late last week, Pascal had 18 assists, 4 kills, and an ace. Cleveland had 8 kills, 3 digs, 1 ace, and 1 block to lead the Lady Trojans. East Hall, Jessica Camille had 6 points on serve, 5 kills and an ace, a dig and a block to help the Lady Vikings defeat Lumpkin County after they lost to Fannin County. It was East Hall's 40th win of the year, adding to their school record of wins. The Vikes got help that night from Minette Maldonado, Holly Poole, and Summer Lindsay, who combined for 11 points on serve, 2 kills, 25 digs, and 2 assists in that action. Allison Seegers also had a successful night for East Hall, smacking 15 points on serve. with 5 aces, 11 kills, and 32 digs, and Emily Roberts added 3 points scored on serve, 10 kills and 2 blocks. Johnson's Brooke Ballinger totaled 6 kills, as well as 3 digs and a pair of aces for Johnson in a win over Monroe area and a loss to Buford. Grace Edson recording 10 assists, 5 aces, and a couple of kills for the Lady Knights. Okay, turning to softball, Lakeview Academy beat Padilla 10-0 in just 5 innings. Hannah Brown was 2 for 3 at the plate for the Lions, struck out 8 to get the win in Atlanta. Alex Kennedy had 3 RBI, and Hannah Grogan went 2 for 3. It was a big day for Shelby Griffin. She smacked a double, a 2-run home run, and 3 RBI to lead Flowery Branch to a 16-5 victory against Gainesville in the first round of the Region 8-5A playoffs. Kelly Kellert was 4 for 5 with 4 runs scored for the Lady Falcons, and Chloe Zoller went 2 for 4 with 2 RBI and a couple of runs scored. Maddie Hetzel recorded a double and 3 RBI for the Branch, and Kara Kite earned the win pitching. Flowery Branch qualified for the state tournament with a sweep of Heritage Conyers 5-3 and 5-4 in the best-of-3 Region 8-5A tournament quarterfinal series, the first time we hear in the postseason for the Lady Falcons in softball. The dynamic duo of pitchers, sophomore Mackenzie Harris and freshman Kara Kite, had the better of the Lady Patriots, although it was Flowery Branch's offense that came up big late in both games. Jaden Tracy clinched the first game victory in dramatic fashion for the Lady Falcons, smacking a 2-run home run in the top of the 8th, and then Maddie Hetzel drove in the tying and winning runs with a 1-out blast to left center field to advance Flowery Branch in the second game. Well, some Hall of Fame news when we return. Yeah.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
Welcome back. I'm Gary Glenn. This is Hall County Sports. At Brenau University, they honored the Hall of Fame 2014 class of inductees, this time all connected with the Golden Tiger tennis program. I was privileged to serve as the MC of the event this past Saturday, where former players and NAIA All-Americans Lawrence Newville, Shan Liu, and Antonina Greb Lurch were put in, along with former tennis coach and AD Gordon Leslie. From 1995 to 1997, Newville became the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics all-time individual national champion, winning titles in singles and doubles, as well as being an ITA Senior Player of the Year, a Marvin P. Richmond Outstanding Player, and 2-time Super Bowl of Tennis champion. She sent her greetings from Paris, France.
Hi, Brenau. I hope everybody is having a good day and a good homecoming weekend. I'm sorry I can't be with you all today, but I really couldn't come, so I'm very disappointed and very sad because it was my chance to come back and meet you, see you all again, but it was not possible, so I'm sorry. Anyway, I would like to say that I'm very touched and honored by the award. I would like also to congratulate the other inductees, and also I would like to thank Andre, Ferreira, and Mike, and Missy, who seem to be very nice people, and I wish I could meet you someday. I would like also to thank my coach, Bill Rogers, who is an excellent coach, all my teammates, all my sorority sisters from Alpha Gamma Delta, and also Helen Ray, who was really nice and really sweet and always helpful. Living in Brenau was an amazing experience, so I would like to thank and say hi to all the teachers who still know me, who still remember me. It was really a way of teaching very different from France, but always friendly and always helpful, and it was very interesting and to study in Brenau. Brenau and the States have changed my life forever. I always remember it, I always talk about it, and I wish I could come back. it gave me a lot of good values, such as discipline, excellence, self-confidence also, and respect. And it was also very interesting to know other culture, because we had a lot of international students in my team and in the college. So it changed my life forever. I don't have enough words to describe it. So anyway, now I live in Paris. After I left Brennau, I was a tennis teacher and coach in the south of France, and I was still playing tennis. I had to quit because I had too many injuries. So now I live in Paris and I work as a sales representative for a company named Stuff. We sell fabrics for interior design, cotton, linen, for curtains, tablecloth and cushions, stuff like that. So it's very challenging, very interesting. I like it very much. And in Paris, as you can hear, I'm sorry, there's a lot of noise, but it's also a beautiful city. I don't know if you can see behind me, maybe you cannot see, but there's a Sacré-Cœur and Notre-Dame de Paris. If the screen is big, maybe you can see. And so it's beautiful. Here with my friend and a nice cat. That's it for the moment, I think. I hope I didn't forget many things. But anyway, my heart is with Brennau today. So I think about you, and thank you very much for everything. Bye-bye.
Lou, who expressed her thanks from Malaysia, played from 1999 to 2002. She was a part of 2 teams that won championships and 2 that were runners-up. She was a part of 2 winning doubles championship teams as well, was a scholar athlete and senior player of the year. Antonina Lerch, from 2000 to 2002, won 3 straight NAIA and Super Bowl championships and helped her team to 2 runners-up finishes and a national championship. She also was named a Richmond Outstanding Player as well as a scholar athlete.
As a team during the spring and as individuals during the fall, allowing us to test ourselves and represent the school in both venues. On top of that, I felt like no matter what I did, and I felt like I did okay my first year, as I kept going, I kept hearing, well, but Lawrence Nobel did this, and I did this, but she did even that. And I felt like I worked so hard, but I had to keep going because the bar was set so high. And but it was, the opportunity and the challenge were so exciting that I just kept going. And it's amazing that the bar was there in the first place. And there were so many avenues to test and challenge to test my skills that by the time I graduated, I realized the best of my life's tennis moments happened here in college. Academically, I've been also privileged to have an amazing major professor and mentor, Ms. Jenny Smith-Marley, who, as a former director of vacuum design and merchandising program, inspired me and gave me new skills for my chosen profession in costume making. I would also like to thank music department, former director of music department, Dr. Michelle Rocher, and the current professor of music and chair of dance department, Mr. Vincus Green. I worked with them both while in college on costumes for dance and for opera. It was an amazing experience. I would also like to give special thanks to Associate Professor and Director of Wonder Quest Theater, Ms. Gay Hammond, as well as Professor Gordon Leslie. You girls, thank you so much for playing with me yesterday. I had a blast. I have to say, I put my racket down for 5 years, and the only thing I have to say to you, don't stop. Don't do what I did. Just keep going, keep playing, even if it's 5 minutes, just go out there and hit a few balls here and there. Because after the college, you might find yourself, like I did, like, oh, I don't want to do that ever again. It was tough, you know, at some point, so I put it down, and the job took over too. But I started playing more and more, and I had a blast yesterday. I wish I could have done more of that. I would also like to thank Brennau University for this beautiful luncheon and for allowing me to be here today. I'm proud and honored to be to other worthy and accomplished alumni who are being recognized here today.
Now, she's working on her own business now, but Antonina has also worked in Hollywood in the costuming part of TV and movies. Kind of neat. Now, to Coach Leslie. His teams qualified for the national championships in 4 of the 5 years he was coach, making the quarterfinals in 2009. He also coached 4 All-Americans and is credited with putting together the infrastructure that has raised Brunel to being contenders in a number of sports as part of a bona fide athletics department.
Extremely honored and excited to have been chosen to receive this distinguished award. It's also great to see so many people here, so many familiar faces. Some I didn't recognize because I've only ever seen them sweating in shorts and t-shirts. But now I see the whole tennis team is there, I just realized. I'd particularly like to thank Ed Schrader for giving me the opportunity to develop athletics at Brunel and take over what was already a highly successful tennis program. My journey through Brunel has been full of successes, challenges and opportunities. Life is full of opportunities. Some presented to you, some you have to work for, some that require relocation, and some that require new skills. I'd encourage all of you to look outside your safe boundaries and take on new challenges, because your life will be fuller and more rewarding for them. In conclusion, and you're probably saying thank God, I know that the people here today will continue tradition. I'm particularly proud of Mike Lockstanford, who took over from me. It's not an easy job. And I know that all of you are given the support needed. Lastly, if I can find it, there are a few memories I had I want to share with you. The girls' 7 a.m. runs, boyfriend problems, panic at basketball when the timekeeper is late, Ryan's Steakhouse and Golden Corral, Mobile, Alabama and Montgomery, Alabama, 14-hour bus rides, repeat victories and horrible defeats, homesickness, national championships, Mobile, Montgomery, Alabama. I can never forget that. I hate that. Thank you very much for inducting me. I'm really honored. It was a shock when Mike called me. First I thought he found some kind of skeleton in the cupboard. He was but I'm really honored. I'm honored to be included with Antonine and the other ladies from the tennis team and the swimmers. It's been great. I hope I haven't bored you too much. But thank you very much. I'm truly honored.
About 100 people enjoyed the ceremonies and an outstanding lunch at the Brunel Downtown Center. We wrap up this week's show in just a moment. You've decided it's time to get in shape. Now let Falcon Parkway Fitness in Flowery Branch help you achieve your goal. Open since 2000, Falcon Parkway Fitness features free weights, exercise machines, group fitness classes, as well as personal training in a fun family environment with childcare, lockers, showers, and 24-hour access. Come by for a free consultation with a certified personal trainer. And just next door, check out Optimum Body Care Day Spa with massage, facials, and waxing, or K. Michael Salon for hair and nail care. Falcon Parkway Fitness is your hometown family gym, located in Flowery Branch, right behind the public shopping center.
Mountain View Auto Repair is your local full-service auto repair shop. Trusted with your vehicles for over 20 years, our experience will ensure that your vehicle will stay well-maintained year-round.
Mountain View Auto Repair is the place to bring your vehicle. They'll always treat you right. The service is good and the prices are very reasonable.
You can trust our experts in everything from transmissions to brakes to engine repairs and oil changes.
If you don't need the repairs, Danny's going to tell you. He does what he says he's going to do, and he'll make it right every time.
He takes patience and explains it so that I can understand. It's very easy for me to talk to Danny about a problem I think I have with my vehicle.
Go see Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair. He will treat you right.
Before we get started on the wrap-up in sports, this reminder, McKelvey Road United Methodist Church, where we have our studios, is having their homecoming celebration starting this Saturday, October the 11th, with Youth Day, and continuing on Sunday the 12th, where there will be one service at 10:30. Former McKelvey preacher Doug Thrasher bringing the message. Okay, back to sports. Cross country, Auburn senior Ty McCormick. We've been telling you a lot about Ty. He's a North Hall grad. He was named the men's SEC Runner of the Week, his third men's SEC Runner of the Week of the season, following his performance at the Panorama Farms Invitational, which he won with an SEC leading 8K time of 23:51.97 in a field that included 2 top 25 teams and 9 teams ranked among the top 15 in their respective region. Ty beat 109 other competitors to record his second win of the season. Congratulations to Ty. Now, this is a different type of competition. Recently, the Riverside Military Raider team traveled to Cass High School, and when they did, they had no idea they'd be making Riverside history by getting first place in all of the events. They competed with 15 other schools in 6 different events. The first one, the team run, that's a 3-mile run as a team. And after that run, the Raiders moved to the cross-country rescue, which is a 1.5-mile run with a 120-pound litter and 4 35-pound rucksacks. During this event, they had to navigate over and under some obstacles with the litter and the rucksacks. And after they were finished with the CCR, they moved on to the sandbag carry. Now, in this event, each member of the team had to individually carry 10 sandbags around a marker and back to the starting point. The next event, the tire flip. That's an event where the team has to flip a tire about 20 yards and back. And after that, the team moved on to the obstacle course. Now, that had various hindrances like walls and ropes and balance beams and so forth. The final event, the rope bridge. This is an event where the team had to tie a rope between 2 poles and climb across the rope. And they won all of these events. By the way, the B team picked up a second in the rope bridge and 2/3 in the team run and the sandbag carry. Way to go to the Riverside Raider team. Good luck to my Georgia Iron Dog teammate, Tim T. Moon of Gainesville, in Austria this week for the World United Amateur Powerlifting World Championships in the bench press. Now, here's a recent video of T in the Iron Beast gym with what he hopes to be right at his opener of 740 pounds. That's right, opening at 740 pounds, and he makes this look easy. Now, he's done over 810 pounds in a meet, and he hopes to better that at this week's Worlds. We'll try and have him on after all of that. And finally, a couple of Americans won the Petite Le Mans at Road Atlanta, reportedly for the first time ever that the Americans had won the thing. Jordan Taylor and his brother Ricky did get some help from Italian Max Angelelli in getting the win for the Wayne Taylor racing team. Second place, Christian Fittipaldi, Joel Barbosa, and Sebastian Bourdais. Couldn't feel too badly, though. Their second place earned them the top overall place for the teams, the top overall championship in the 2014 Prototype First Two-Door United Sports Car Championship, as well as the Tequila Patron North American Endurance Cup in a battle of Corvette DP cars. The Ford EcoBoost Riley team, featuring former Indianapolis 500 winner Scott Dixon, was third, with the Brazelton-based Delta Wing Coupe team of Andy Myrick, Catherine Legg, and Gabby Chavez coming in fourth. By the way, our thanks to Bill Lofton for the pictures, and we'll leave you with some more scenes from the Petite Le Mans at Road Atlanta. And until next week, I'm Gary Glenn, All County Sports. All County Sports is brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Check out the latest deals. And remember, when you go Green Ford. By Mountain View Auto Repair, a full-service shop for all of your automotive needs. Call Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair at 770-535-7278. And by McKelvey Road United Methodist Church. Visit us on McKelvey Road in Oakwood. With 3 worship services every Sunday morning, Kids Town and adult small groups, McEver Road United Methodist Church is dedicated to transforming the world through the good news of Jesus Christ. And by Turner Wood & Smith, serving your insurance needs for over 100 years.
Oh.